So, welcome back, children, to our online classes once again. Today, we are going to start the thief's story from the book The Footprints Without Print. So, this thief story is about a young boy who makes friends with Anil. The young boy was a thief. He makes friends with Anil, and this Anil trusts him completely, and they continue with a new relationship with each other. Now we will find out whether the boy really supports his trust or betrays his trust. The thief story is written by Ruskin Bond. I do not know how many of you are familiar with Ruskin Bond. Ruskin Bond happens to be an Indian writer, a very famous Indian writer of British descent. British descent means he has got British parents. Now let us see what he has to say about the story, and I'm sure you'll be able to enjoy the story because it is completely on trust, and trust makes a man change completely in his life. When you trust a person, trust is of such a kind of importance that trust can make you change completely from whoever you are. Right? We begin with the story now. I was still a thief when I met Anil, and though only 15, I was an experienced and fairly successful hand. Experienced and fairly successful hand means the child means the teenager was quite a professional by the time he became 15. Very experienced and very successful. Anil was watching a wrestling match when I approached him. He was about 25. The child was about 15 and Anil was about 25. I have highlighted this portion because we need to know an important question from this particular section. Like if it is asked who was Anil and how did the thief find it easy to make friends with him. In this kind of question, you are going to write the answer very confidently when you are reading this line. And he looked easygoing, kind, and simple enough. This full line gives you the whole answer to the question, how do you find Anil to be a very friendly person for the thief? Because he was easygoing, kind, and simple enough, the thief found it very easy to make friendship with him. I hadn't had much of a luck of fate and thought I might be able to get into the young man's confidence. You look a bit of a wrestler yourself, I said. So to start a conversation, to open a conversation, he started praising him. You look a bit of a wrestler yourself, I said. See, immediately after this line, we find a little flattery helps in making friends. You know, sometimes we are not comfortable in approaching directly. So when you are not comfortable in approaching directly, we flatter the other person. And then immediately a lovely friendship strikes up. So do you, he replied, which put me off for a moment because at that time I was rather thin. The thief was not at all a very strong looking person that time. So he was feeling a bit put off when Anil also replied that you are also looking like a wrestler. He never looked like a wrestler. Instead, he looked just the opposite. He looked thin, he looked very sick, and that is why he looked a kind of put off, he didn't know what to say. Well, I said modestly. He didn't know what to say, and so honestly he said, I do wrestle a bit. What is your name? Hari Singh. I lied. Again, I have highlighted because again, a question can be there. What kind of name change was there for the thief? So he took a new name every month. Hari Singh. I lied. And why did he lie? Because every month this thief used to change his name. That kept me ahead of police and my former employers. So because he had a new name every month, it kept him far from the police. Police was after him, but police could not track him down because every month he had a new name. After this introduction, Anil talked about the well-oiled wrestlers who were grunting, lifting and throwing each other about. There was the wrestling going on in front of them and Anil started talking about the game. I didn't have anything much to say. Anil walked away. I followed casually. So as Anil started walking, he followed him. Hello again, he said. I gave him my most appealing smile. What is the meaning of appealing? My most beautiful smile. I gave him. I want to work for you, I said. But I can't pay you. And then we find, I thought that over for a minute. Perhaps I had misjudged my man. So the moment he approached Anil, saying that he would like to work for him, Anil said, I can't pay you. So he had thought that over for a minute. And then he thought perhaps he had misjudged. Perhaps he had a wrong impression about Anil and his financial ability. And then he changed the question and changed the topic altogether. He asked, can you feed me? Well, can you cook? Who was saying this? Anil was saying, I can cook. I lied again. If you can cook, then I can feed you. Well, Anil was into a kind of give and take policy. So Anil said, okay, if you can cook, I can feed you, but I will not be able to pay you. He took me to his room over the Jamna sweet shop and told me I could sleep on the balcony. He took me to his room. Where did Anil stay? Anil stayed at Jamna sweet shop and told him that he can use the balcony. Who was told? The thief was told, and thief was requested to use the balcony. But the meal I had cooked that night must have been terrible. He tried his hand for cooking and the meal must have been terrible because Anil gave it to a stray dog and told me to be off. Anil could not take the meal and gave it to a stray dog and asked him to rest. But I just hung around, smiling in my most beautiful way, and he couldn't help laughing. When he had been really a failure, what did the thief do? The thief was just moving after Anil, behind Anil, beside Anil, and kept on smiling in the most beautiful way. And Anil, at the last moment, he gave up. He started laughing. Later, he patted me on the head and he said, never mind, he would teach me to cook. Never mind. And he told him that I would teach you to cook. He also taught me to write my name. Who taught him? Anil taught him to write his name and said he would soon teach me to write whole sentences and to add numbers. I was so grateful. I knew that once I could write like an educated man, there would be no limit to what I could achieve. Now see, this line has been highlighted because a question can be there. Why and how did Anil build up the relationship with the thief? What were the reasons for the thief to build on the relationship and to continue with Anil? So here we find that Anil was very encouraging. He was not at all strict. He was very friendly, very warm. When the thief failed in cooking, Anil patted him on the head and he said that he would teach him how to cook. And he also told him that he would educate him. He would be educating him. He would be teaching him how to write his name and how to write sentences and numbers and this and that. So it was very pleasant for Anil and the thief also to continue with each other. I made the tea in the morning and then would take my time buying the day's supplies, usually making a profit of about ₹1 a day. I think he knew I made a little money this way, but he didn't seem to mind. So every time he went out to the market, every time the thief went out to the market, he used to take the whole time, the whole day to buy the day's supplies and ended up in making a rupee a day. He used to quietly steal a rupee a day. And he knew that Anil knew his way of stealing. But Anil did not seem to mind. Right? So I believe you are following the story. Anil made money by fits and starts. What is the meaning of fits and starts? Fits and starts means suddenly, now and then. So Anil made money means there was no regular income for Anil. Anil just like that, whenever he felt like he made money and he would enjoy the money in this way. You'll just see it very soon. See the way he is making money. He would borrow 1 week, lend it the next. See, he made money and it seems that he wrote for magazines, and when he used to write for magazines, he used to get some money. So when the money was with him, he would go out and celebrate. And when the money was not with him, he would borrow 1 week and lend the other week. So it was a quite irregular way of living, and not only irregular, it was a very queer way, weird way of making a living. So here I am reading out, he would borrow 1 week. 1 week he would borrow the money, lend the next, and he would lend the money the next week. He kept worrying about his next check. After lending the money, he was worrying about his next check. But as soon as it was there with him, he would go out and celebrate. So it was a very queer way Anil had made his living. One evening, he came home with a small bundle of notes. See all the highlighted portions. I would like you also to highlight in your text. So it will give you a complete understanding of the important sections of the chapter. One evening, he came home with a small bundle of notes, saying that he just sold a book to the publisher. At night, I saw him keep the money under the mattress. So at night, the thief saw him. Fortunately or unfortunately, the thief saw Anil keeping the money under the mattress. Now, what happens? I had been working for Anil for almost a month, and apart from cheating on the shopping, had not done anything in my line of work. So almost a month the thief had been there with Anil. And apart from making a money during the daytime shopping, the thief had not actually done any kind of stealing. And so he wanted to steal. He wanted to give it a try. I had every opportunity for doing so. Anil had given me a key to the door. So he had the key to the house, and I could come and go as I pleased. He could come, he could go whenever he pleased like. He was the most trusting person I had ever met. Anil happened to be the most trusting person that the thief had ever met. And that is why, my dear children, it was so difficult to rob him. Now, when you trust somebody too much, it is very difficult for that person to rob you or to cheat you or to put you in any kind of danger because of that trust. The word trust is really very meaningful, so it was very, very difficult to rob Anil. And what happens after? It is very easy. It is very difficult to rob a careless man. It is very, very difficult to rob a careless man too. It is very easy to rob a conscious man. And you will not have a prick of conscience also. A person who is very conscious, very alert, if you are able to rob that person, then you will feel as if you are a winner because you have been able to rob a careful person. You have been able to rob a very alert person. But here it is very difficult to rob a careless person because he doesn't even notice he has been robbed. A careless person leaves his things here and there, and he will not even notice that he has been robbed. And so that takes all the pleasure out of the work. Like as I was saying before, it is very, very a kind of winning achievement, a kind of, you can say that you have won something at the end when you rob when you rob an alert person. That time you will not hesitate to rob, because it will be challenging, it will be difficult for you to rob such a person. You will try to take up the challenge, and after winning the challenge you will feel proud of your work. You will feel very proud that yes, I have been able to rob. It was so challenging, yet I have been able to rob. But to rob a careless person, it really doesn't worth, it is not worth it, because he doesn't even notice that he has been robbed. And when somebody doesn't approve, doesn't notice your effort, there is no pleasure that time. When I am teaching you, if there is no appreciation for my teaching, so there is no use of teaching you like this. So similarly, I mean, it was just a joke, please don't mind. I was just wanting to make you all smile, that is why. Similarly, Anil was a careless man. So this thief was thinking, what is the use of robbing this careless man? There is no such, pleasure in robbing such a careless man. And so he kept on postponing, and he kept on behaving normally. He didn't rob Anil. Well, it is time I did some real work, I told myself. I am out of practice, and if I don't take the money, he will waste it on his friends. So he was trying to reason out that if he doesn't take the money, he will be wasting it on his friends. After all, he doesn't even pay me. And Anil was never even paying him. So there was a prick of the conscience, but at the same time, he tried to reason with himself that if he is not taking the money, Anil will waste it. And after all, he doesn't even pay him, because he was only arranging for food, and also some kind of education was being given to the thief. And after that, what happened? And so after that, what is happening? He was looking forward to the moment of cheating or stealing Anil. Anil was asleep. A beam of moonlight stepped over the balcony and fell on the bed. I sat up on the floor, considering the situation. If I took the money, I could catch the 10:30 express to Lucknow. Slipping out of the blanket, I crept up to the bed where Anil was sleeping peacefully. His face was clear and unlined, and even I had more marks on my face. Look, the child's face had more marks on his face than Anil, though mine were mostly scars. Anil's face was clear and unlined. And so the child, that teenager, that thief had gone to Anil to steal the money. My hand slid under the mattress, searching for the notes. When I found them, I drew them out. He took them out without a sound. Anil sighed in his deep sleep and turned on his side towards me. I was startled and quickly crawled out of the room. He was suddenly shocked, and he became careful, and taking the money, he quickly went out of the room. When I was on the road, I began to run. And he began to run when he was on the road. I had the notes at my waist, held there by the string of my pyjamas. I slowed down to a walk and counted the notes, 600 rupees in 50s. So he had been successful in stealing Anil, the most careless and yet the most trustable man he could ever think of. I could live like an oil-rich Arab for a week or two. Now what happens? When I reached the station, I did not stop at the ticket office. I had never bought a ticket in my life, but went straight to the platform. The Lucknow Express was just moving out. The train had still to pick up speed, and I should have been able to jump into one of the carriages. But he hesitated, and for some reason I can't explain, and I lost the chance to get away. Listen to me very carefully. The last line of this stanza is very important because you could be asked a question, why did the thief leave the chance of getting away? Now here it is very, very clear. For some reason I can't explain. What was that reason? That reason was the thief could not leave Anil because he was the only person who trusted him so much that he could not forget that trust and forget Anil and cheat and leave him forever. So we will come to the reason and we will see why that thief, this is in short I had explained you, and we will come to see why did the thief give up the chance of going away from Anil. When the train had gone, I found myself standing alone on the deserted platform. Deserted means empty platform. I had no idea where to spend the night. It was night time and he had no idea to spend the night with. I had no friends, believing that friends were more trouble than help. So forever he had believed that friends were of more trouble than help. And I didn't want to make anyone curious by staying at one of the small hotels near the station. The only person I knew really well was the man I had robbed. See, this is the reason. This is the reason some conscience pricking was going on inside his heart, inside himself, because of which he gave up the chance to go away or to get away from Anil. The only person I knew really well was the man I had robbed. Leaving the station, I walked slowly through the bazaar. In my short career as a thief, I had made a study of men's faces when they had lost their goods. Now, when he had been working as a thief before, when he had stolen money before, he had seen, in his experience, he had experienced men's faces when they had been stolen. When the people had been stolen, the greedy man showed fear. The man who was greedy, he showed fear. The rich man showed anger. A rich man showed anger when he was stolen. The poor man showed acceptance. The poor man didn't know what to do because the poor man never has anything. What would he be stolen with? He doesn't have anything to be stolen. So even if something is there, even if that is also stolen, he doesn't care. So it doesn't matter to him. But I knew that Anil's face when he discovered the theft would only show a touch of sadness. Anil will not think about the money. He will not think about the loss of money. He will only think, he will miss the loss of trust. So that is why this person had a prick of conscience and he really didn't feel like getting away from Anil. I found myself in the Maidan and sat down on the bench. That night was chilly. It was early November and a light drizzle had added to my discomfort. It was chilling, and in the early November when it had been drizzling, it was cold for him. It was uncomfortable for him. Soon it was raining quite heavily. My shirt and pajamas stuck to my skin and a cold wind blew the rain across my face. And after that, what we find? I went back to the bazaar and sat down in the shelter of the clock tower. The clock showed midnight. I felt for the notes. They were damp from the rain. All his 600 rupees notes had become damp from the rain. Anil's money. It was not his money. He is not writing my money. He is writing Anil's money. In the morning, he would probably have given me a 2 or 3 rupees to go to the cinema. But now I had it all 600 rupees. Instead of getting 2 or 3 rupees in the morning, now he had 600 rupees for himself. I couldn't cook his meals, run to the bazaar, or learn to write whole sentences anymore. This was another reason he had been hesitating to leave Anil forever, because he wouldn't have been able to cook. He wouldn't have been able to run to the bazaar or learn to write whole sentences anymore. I had forgotten about them. This was of real meaning to him. This was making him, this was making his life. All this cooking, learning how to cook, running to the bazaar, learning how to write sentences were slowly making him into a different man. It was slowly making his life. And so, in the excitement of the theft, he had forgotten about these valuable things of his recent life. Whole sentences I knew could one day bring me more than a few hundred rupees. So the whole sentences could one day bring him more than these 600 rupees. It was a simple matter to steal. See, look at the realization that was slowly coming to him. It was a simple matter to steal, and sometimes just as simple to be caught. But to be a real big man, a clever and respected man, I have to be somebody else. So stealing, it became a very simple matter to him. What became more important? The learning of sentences, learning to write whole sentences became more important, because that would bring him the real change. That would make him a really big man, a clever and respected man. I should go back to Anil, I told to myself, if only to learn to read and write. Forget stealing, forget running away from Anil. He thought that he should be going back to Anil, and he convinced himself, he told himself that he has to learn to read and write. I hurried back to the room feeling very nervous, for it is much easier to steal something than to return. It is so easy to steal something than to return it undetected. I opened the door quietly, then stood in the doorway in the clouded moonlight. Anil was still asleep. I crept to the head of the bed, and in my hand came up the notes. I felt his breath on my hand. I remained still for a minute, and then my hand found the edge of the mattress. I slipped under it with the notes. He kept the notes back in its place, and then what happened? I awoke late next morning to find that Anil had already made the tea. Next morning, when he was supposed to make the tea, he was not ready. He was still sleeping. And by the time he woke up, Anil had already made the tea. He stretched out his hand towards me. With the tea, he wished him good morning. And he stretched out his hand towards me. There was a 50-rupee note between his fingers. Just see. There was a 50-rupee note between his fingers. My heart sank. I thought I had been discovered. So the thief felt that he is gone. He is lost forever. But look at Anil. What did he say? I made some money yesterday, he explained. Now you will be paid regularly. Now see, there was a small trick, small cover that Anil played with the thief. What did he play with the thief? He played innocence. He played innocence, that he did not realize that he had been stolen. What did he say? He said that I made some money yesterday. He did not want the thief to understand that he had been caught. So to make the thief feel comfortable, he said that, don't worry, I made some money yesterday and now you will be paid regularly. The thief was very happy. His spirits rose. But when he took the note, it was still wet from the night's rain. Now the thief was so happy. But when he took the note, he found it was still wet. So he understood that he had been caught. But both of them quietly accepted the situation, and it was at the end that trust won. Trust won at the end. And what did Anil say? From today we will start writing sentences, he said. He knew. The thief understood that Anil had caught him. He knew what had happened, but neither his lips nor his eyes showed anything. I smiled at Anil in my most appealing way. Remember, initially, also at the beginning of the meeting, when he was about to make the friendship, he had smiled at him in his most appealing way. Why? Because that time he had a purpose in his mind. What was the purpose? To steal him. And now, at the end of the story, he is again smiling at him in his most beautiful way. And this time, my dear children, the smile came by itself because it was without purpose. It was a natural smile. It was a smile of gratefulness without any effort. That's all for now. I believe you have understood this story, and we will continue with the word meanings. And obviously, we will upload these word meanings that is given in the glossary: flattery, modestly, grunting, appealing, and unlined in your notebooks. And we will continue with the assignment after the word meanings, right? So have a great time. Happy learning. Stay safe. Be good children. Bye.